Okay, well, we will go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. We are, oh, hang on, let me get this started so that it's easier to see. We are going today to talk about PAC champion courses. Woohoo! So this is a sort of new offering, starting back up again in 2020. We're trying to restart them in a little bit more of an organized fashion, as we do. So right now we are going to talk a little bit about what are they, where are they happening, and any other questions that you have. I will keep going unless you pause me. I will ask for questions along the way, but if there's anything you think of, you can write it in the chat. You can type it right on Facebook. Corey's keeping an eye on there. And then we have a lot of people joining us live on Zoom. Feel free to jump on with Zoom. So PAC champion courses, or positive approach to care. We term it PAC because that's a really long name every time. PAC champion courses, what can you expect and what do we expect of you? So just a quick look at where these champion courses are. So this tree represents PAC, or positive approach to care. And at the roots, we have these skills: hand under hand, positive personal connectors, positive action starters, positive physical approach, GEMS, the different dementias, all of Teepa's skills, knowledge, and experience that she's built over the years and poured into this thing called PAC. That's at the roots. And then we have this trunk, which is all of our people that make this thing happen. And then we've got our major branches. And you can see champion courses, it's kind of right here on this PAC sponsored event. So these are events that we are putting on. Generally, when it's a PAC sponsored event, it's because we're trying to get knowledge and awareness out there to the community at our own cost. And so often we know these are slower to start. It's a lot of individuals coming in. And so this PAC champion courses are right here on the tip of this one. They're also really close to certifications. And I'm going to go through the difference between certifications and champion courses, but also what are champion courses on their own here in just a minute. So before I dig into these champion courses, does anyone have big picture questions that you'd like to ask before we dig in deep to some detail? All right. Well, if you think of it, or if you just didn't get unmuted in time, then feel free to pause me and I will answer it for you. So first I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I think a lot of our certified people are thinking, oh, but why didn't I get a champion course? We are just now offering them in 2020 on the front end of our certification courses. They are not connected, interwoven. They are two separate pieces. We are offering the champion course out in front. So our certification courses, just for a review for everybody in case you didn't know, we offer trainer, coach, consultant, and engagement leader. Those are our four main certifications, and that's a 2-day course where you work on a lot of skills. You build your PAC skills, you build your own skills at how do I deliver this content, how do I share it out with large groups of people if I'm a trainer, how do I help people build their own skills if I'm a coach, how do I talk with individuals or families and help solve some problems if I'm a consultant, and how do I engage people throughout the entire day instead of just providing activities if I'm an engagement leader. Those are our 4 certifications that we offer through PAC. But we haven't yet really been able to focus in on your PAC skills. And so the champion course is going to come in front of those 2 days to help you develop your PAC skills so that you get tons of feedback, tons of one-on-one time, tons of practice with our mentors, and maybe Teepa if she's there, to really practice those things that are at the roots of the tree. Our presenters and speakers are a different piece altogether. They come from PAC. Organizations hire us out to do a talk, much like you've seen Teepa do in the past. It's a room full of people all listening, engaged, and doing a little bit, but not an expectation of a certification or a skill set afterwards. And then our PAC mentors are the ones running these champion courses, and many of our certifications at this point. They've got at least 2 certifications and they've worked with Teepa. So just kind of an overview of the who all are we talking about here. And then we'll dig into these level 1 skills. So these champion courses that we offer in 2020 are all about level 1 skills. And so we're going from confrontational stance, approaching people. You work with our mentors. So Catherine sitting here is one of our mentors and also actually here on the webinar. Hi, Catherine. And so we go from approaching people and getting a possibly negative outcome or a confrontational outcome where I surprised you, I didn't mean to, but now you won't let me into your space, your room, whatever it is. And you work with your mentor to learn what are the changes that happen in the brain throughout the day related to vision, our 5 senses, our vision changes, our auditory and language changes, and our sensory changes that we can expect are the 3 places that we focus throughout the day content-wise, so that then you can have a more positive approach or connection at the end. So we teach positive physical approach as level 1 skill. We also do positive personal connectors. You'll do a lot of practice with how do you talk to someone once you get in, they let you in, hooray. But now how do you have a conversation that's focused more on the relationship than just about the task? Instead of starting a conversation with, hey, I need to take you to the bathroom, how do you start to build a level of trust and a level of relationship before you then think about going into a task? And then once you do get to the task and you think, okay, I've got them with me, we're ready to go, we're joined at the hip, we're connected, how do you get them to start instead of ruining all the good work you did by saying, hey, do you want to go to the bathroom? And they say no. Crap. Because now what do? That's what this level 1 course will help you start to practice those, getting those things to come out of your mouth that say, hey, let's try this. Or, would you prefer chocolate or vanilla instead of do you want ice cream? So practicing some phrases and some helpful tips that are PAC skills takes practice. And so that's what this level 1 course provides. We also dig in just a little bit to the GEMS model. We frame the day in the progression of these dementias. We talk a little bit about what to expect. As I mentioned, the visual changes that you can expect along the way at each GEMS state, the language changes that you can expect so that you can support instead of attack, and then the touch or sensory changes to expect. And so that's really where the framing of the GEMS comes in, TIPA's GEMS model. If you want to know more about that, there's tons of it on our site. There's a free video too on the homepage. It talks about the progression of dementia. And more commonly, what skills does someone still have at each step along the way so that I can better support? So we just touch on that in this level 1 champion course. There's no way to dig deep because our focus really is your skills and getting you more skilled in your positive physical approach. Hi, I'm Amanda, and you are. Offering your hand and accepting instead of jumping right in and trying to get your task done. So this actually up here in the top right is that level 1 pin. And everybody, if you get checked off on all of your pieces, you will walk away with a level 1 pin that says PAC and has a heart on it. And they're real small. I have one here. I'm sure you can't see it. I'll show it in just a minute once I'm a little bit bigger. Again, another skill that we do touch on is hand under hand, but that really tends to move into skill use for level 2. So this year we are really just trying to offer level 1, though TIPA may build in some level 2, 3, or 4 courses. At the end of the year, we have some space offered where TIPA has master classes that she might run in North Carolina. And that may be where she gets to dabble a little bit into these level 3, 4, and beyond skill-specific practices. But for right now, because this is our first year of offering it, we're starting at level 1. We offer up through level 4 for skills. And so with that, we're really just focusing, for the most part, on PPA, PPC, and PAS. How do you get connected and started with someone who's living with dementia or brain change? So before I move on, are there any questions about this skill set, this thing that we're working on for champion courses? All right. So what we're hoping to do with these champion courses is move from unaware, deliver a little bit of awareness, a little bit of knowledge, and our focus really is on the skill, helping you develop your skill to do these things that we've talked about. Our certification courses help you deliver awareness and knowledge to other people. They may help you deliver skill to other people, but the champion course is a day that's just about you. You build your skills. You get feedback on your skills, and you practice and practice and practice so that when you have interactions with really anyone in the world in any gem state, whether they're living with brain change or not, the outcome is more positive for both of you. And so that's really the focus of our champion days, is building skill, and it's your skill. Our certification courses help you deliver information or skills or content to other people, but this is a day about you. So we do sort of level these pieces, but really what we're talking about, if you're talking about one day of content, we're going to be looking again at, novice. Novice is really where we're hoping you're going to be at the end of this day. You're going to have some really good basics. Now, that's not to say that people who haven't done some courses with us in the past, who've got some other skills, they've gotten feedback, they've worked with a mentor, you may actually end up coming out accomplished, and there may be some room for you to move into a level 2 pin right there in that day if the mentors are available and if there's time, because there's definitely a possibility that you've brought some skill along with you, because we've been doing this for a long time. Right now, for the whole group, we're offering level 1. There may be some opportunities, especially if you reach out to us ahead of time, to say, hey, I'm really interested in trying level 2. Could we make some time for that? We're pretty flexible, and it's something that we can talk about for sure. So I came up with a list of a few questions that I thought we would go through, and then I'll open it up to the floor to see if there's anything else that you can think of. So I wanted to go ahead and sorry, I meant to have that only come up one at a time, but I'll go really slowly so that maybe it's not too overwhelming. So who is this course for? Everyone. Anyone can take this course, family, professional, friend, person living with dementia. If you are willing to practice some skills and you want to get better with your approach, and so that you have a more positive approach to different people, this course is for you. There are no requirements, there's no limitations. Would it help if you went on and watched a little bit of Teepa's videos, the free videos online? Absolutely, because now you're not coming in cold, but it's also not required. It's just something that would be helpful for you personally. Where are these courses? Wherever our certification courses are located. They are always the day before in the same or a very close by location, depending on space, because these are up to 50 people. And so we have up to 5 or 6 mentors. So there's a lot of people, but each mentor is only working with up to 10 people. So you'll still really get that individualized feedback and check off for your skill. And I'll go through the next slide, I think, or maybe the next one after that, shows you our certification list, and I'll tell you where you can find it as well. How long is this course? It starts usually at 9, ends at, I think, 3:30 or 4. It's 7 hours. Do the math. I think that's 4. And it's 5.5 hours of content. So we provide an hour of lunch. You'll go and get your own lunch. We don't provide lunch. It's an hour to go and do that, or you can bring your own lunch if that's easier. There are 2 breaks as well, 2 15-minute breaks, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So it's 5.5 hours of content. If you're someone that's looking for CEs, we don't provide CEs specifically for any one discipline, but we will provide you with a CE package of, here's the bio, here's the CV, and here are the outline and objectives, so that you can then apply for it through your own discipline or state. Who will be running these courses? The PAC mentors run these courses, and as I mentioned before, all of our PAC mentors have at least 2 certifications. Many of them have more, some have 4, before they even joined with PAC. And then once they came in, they did the apprentice days, which is one-on-one work with Teepa and our leads, and they've been working in a learning capacity and then a support capacity, and then they'll be leading. So these are people that have a lot of skill. What is the cost? So $175 per person, or because we are encouraging people who come to our certification events next year to do the champion course for your own skill building, we're including it for free if you attend the CERT course. So if you sign up for the San Diego CERT course, you would get the champion course for free. It's an opt-on, so we'll automatically include it. If you're not going to make it, just let us know so that we can open it up to someone else from the public. There will be potentially 25 certification course attendees and 25 people from the public. So we really wanted to offer the opportunity to everyone. So for each champion course, there's about 25 open slots for anyone from the public to attend. What if I've already taken a certification course, seen TEPA Live, or something else? It may feel like you've already got a lot of the content, and that's great. This is really a chance for you to develop your own skill and to walk away with that level 1 pin. So you're going to get individualized coaching from the mentors. You may coach other people within your group. It's really a chance for you to just develop and drill those skills. And I mentioned before, if you have a higher level skill, you've practiced this for a lot of time, and you think that maybe a level 2 or a level 3 might be an option, just let us know. Reach out to Christy. She is on this call, but also very skilled at talking through things with you, and she can give us a heads up if that's something that you're interested in growing. What will I get at the course? We will offer some beverages and some snacks depending on the host. And depending on the capabilities of the location. We will probably also offer some candy, but I would not bank on that being your sustenance for the day. You are going to want to bring a lunch of some sort or plan to go out and get lunch. We will offer plenty of time for that to happen. You will get a manual. It's a little booklet that has the PowerPoints in it, and it also has notes pages and things like that so that you can take notes. We do not provide pens. So if you are a note taker, you'll want to make sure you bring a pencil or pen so that you can take notes. You will, as I said, get that level 1 pin, and you'll get a level 1 through 4 checkoff sheet. So you can see, oh, here's level 1, and your mentor will check you off. And then there's up through level 4, so you can see, how could I progress through this thing? Because our goal is to start offering level 2 in 2021. How do I sign up? Well, there are a few different ways to get there. Unfortunately, the actual page link, as you can see here, is fairly long. Not like a quick, simple type in this /champion courses. I wish I had thought of doing that, but we didn't. So there are 2 ways that are pretty easy to get there from our homepage, and I will show you that now. I think from our homepage, you can go to Services and click Services Overview. Or you can click Services and then click Services Overview. You can go directly to On-Site Training, and if you are really good at hovering and not clicking things, you can go to 1-Day Public Skills Champion Course. So that's one way to get there. I know that is fairly complicated, so there's a couple easier ways to get there. You can go to Certifications. Because these are all connected to our certifications, we put it right here on this page. That may be the easiest way to get there for right now. If you do, however, go to that Public Skills Champion course, you could also type it in the search, type in Champion course. If you do go to that Champion course page, you will see the information that I've given you here, the map of where we are going to be, and you can directly sign up for the events here. Now, right now, you can only sign up for first quarter events. But come January 1st, the rest of the year's events will open up. So let me go back to my piece here. There we go. All right, so last but not least, I have the plan for the year. I'm sorry it's small font. I wanted to make sure everything got on there. So each of these, as you can see, are our plan. We have a trainer certification here in Washington, D.C. at the beginning of the year. And then we have a champion course the day before. So the champion courses will be on Wednesdays and Mondays throughout the year, the day before the certification events. So if you get our journal, if you have seen our posting online for 2020 certification events, the day before, there will be always a champion course offered in the same location or a very similar location. I think that's it for me right now. I'll leave this up for a minute. Does anybody have any other questions about these courses, about the dates, about locations, anything out there that you feel would be helpful or that you've heard other people ask?
I have a question, Amanda, and this is going to come up often, and I thought it would be nice if you could just explain it in a short version. You're so good at doing. But as far as the Champion Day, you had said we'll help you work on your personal skills. So now the skills training that is offered in day one of the certification, how do those two differ?
Yeah, great question. So people who've attended courses up through the end of 2019, we basically have been doing a mini champion course within your course for the last 4 years. And as we did that, we realized, boy, it sure would be nice to just be able to focus on coach for 2 days or trainer for 2 days so that you can come in and really master and get more practice within your cycle, get more practice doing this thing that you're going to go away doing. And so let's just take the skills, these personal skills that many people before they attend their first CERT course haven't ever done in person with feedback by anybody from PAC. They've watched the video, they may have even practiced it, but that's a piece that is really hard to do by yourself. And so we wanted to take that and not lose it, but offer it as something that everybody can do and benefit from, so that the 2 days for each certification can really focus in on and offer more practice and drill time on your certification. So that's a great question and one that we're probably going to still get a lot of. So thanks, Christy. All right, any other questions or thoughts from the team here? All right, well, if you have anything that comes up, if you think of anything later on, let me know. As many of you have done, reach out to me. I may have someone else reach back out to you just because of the volume of questions and things like that. And there may be a more appropriate team member to handle that question. But we are going to keep offering these. So if you have more questions, if there's something you'd like me to do a little live webinar on, let me know, and I'm happy to dig in. It can be anything on our website. It can be any of our upcoming events, or it can just be a general question about TIPA that you've got. Luckily, I have her ear if needed, so we can definitely answer some of your questions and get them out there. Our champion courses are going to be really fun and different and engaging. They're also going to be a lot of work. So when you come, you're going to want to make sure that you're ready to practice some skills. So just a quick note, don't wear high heels, don't wear dresses. You're going to be doing a lot of squatting, bending, moving, shaking, and doing some of our PAC skills. So that's another piece that I have gotten a couple times. You'll want to come comfortable, but also ready to move and shake. All right, well, if you have any other questions, let me know, but we will wrap this thing up unless there's anything else from the peanut gallery we've got here. No questions coming across. Awesome. All right, well, thanks for joining me, and we will see many of you, I'm sure, soon. But thanks again. We'll see you guys later.